Read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Indisputably ominous. I like that. Read about the major majestic cockatoo.
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature.
Ooh, bumptious. I've never heard that. I like that, though. Bumptious. Sounds like something I would use to describe Jodeci.
In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Well, what if I'm just a fuck-up-a-two? A fuck-up and a cockatoo.
You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied. This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
Yeah, that sounds about right. A completely bald cockatoo that just goes...
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will.
Jesus.
That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Jesus Christ. That hit a little close to home. There's really nothing I can do until tomorrow, it seems. Huh. I guess that's why the game said, feel free to take a sit on a bench until tomorrow. Because you're not going to be able to fucking do anything. Do I have anything I haven't really explored yet? Yeah, I got a few things. Lieutenant Kitsuragi snapped this photo of the hangman's tattoos. It displays the intricate web of blue lines stretching across his torso. I have to admit, it looks quite cool.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but something's not right.
Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
This dusty tome brings knowledge on the history of innocences. It is written by one João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego, a Mesque fascist who tries to reach a conclusion on which of the innocences is the coolest in the world.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Close enough. My pronunciation wasn't too far off. Let's crack it open.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
Sure, why not?
Disappointing.
I didn't mean to click
You'll
that.
never get any browsing your educational survey. That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
The Pericarnassian?
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was God. It said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum.
Pericarnassian! We need leadership, please! What should we do? Thank you, Lord!
As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party.
This is some dense lore, and this is all falling on deaf ears. I'm too drunk to retain any of this.
Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Dolores Day?
Incorrect. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the Innocentic system itself, not to mention beautiful, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again? Just steer clear of this one, okay? There's something terrible about this one.
What?
Who knows? You feel like you lost her somehow. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. This is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
I'm thinking about my wife.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't her.
Vespa Messina?
An
Oh.
innocence is
I mean,
the
click that.
highest
Damn it.
category of historical personage in... I can do better. Okay, so commonly,
No, it didn't help.
Dolores.
Alright. I gotta lock in. I keep clicking the wrong answer. Vespa Messina?
Incorrect.
Fuck!
Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa and Messina. Care to try again?
Kind of like Austria and Hungary, if I remember correctly. That might be completely wrong. But for what I remember, it was like Austria-Hungary or something. Alright, Franco Negro, it must be that.
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
Stepan the Despicable?
Incorrect.
Fuck!
Pan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Alright, I think the game was spelling it out right there. Erno Pasternak? Whatever it is.
Correct.
There we go.
There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind. I've got it. Honest.
You sound confident. Go ahead.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
You absolutely certain of this?
0 doubts.
Alright, Franco Negro.
Incorrect.
What the
While
fuck?
Franco Negro built concrete
You piece of
churches,
shit, you fucking lied to me!
And while many people, especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps.
What good is my sense of what good is my encyclopedic knowledge if it's incorrect? God damn it.
Oh yes, militarism and nationalism. My bad.
Yeah, you got the two conflagrated, or whatever the term is. You fucked up.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, clearly. What about Pasternak? Is he responsible?
Incorrect.
Of course not.
He
Dolores.
was correct.
There we are.
The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world.
That does make sense, considering I have heard mention of DeLorean philosophy and Dolores whatever, so that makes sense. I'm gonna get a piss. You know, as disgusting as it is and was in concept, I could go for some fresh chewed kava right now.
Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a D. Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone really expected better.
Yeah, fuck you too, game.
You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, you arrogant book. I keep clicking the wrong thing, but you know what? That's fine. Disrespectful ass book. Thinking I don't know enough about DeLorean philosophy. I've watched all the Back to the Future films. I know plenty.